Hello YouTube, this is Erica of TamagotchiMuseum.weebly.com, and today I wanted to show you a really rare Giga pet that I had found on eBay. It took me a while to track this one down. It's called the Giga Farm, and you can see it's a Giga Pets Plus. And what I really do like, first of all, I'm going to start with the design, as you have one of the clip keychains, so this is nice, it's not a key ring. And then also you have the little feet here, and they're actually really sturdy, and it stands up, you know, like so. You can sit on your dresser, doesn't have to scrape up the backing. And also it has a nightlight of sorts, so that during the dark hours, with this particular Gigapet, you actually do need to sometimes farm in the dark and to check on your crops. So it's really useful that you can turn on the little light here. Now I do have a little bit of a cold, or it might be the flu, I'm not exactly sure, so just bear with me if my voice is a little froggy. And so I wanted to start off showing you the animal mode. It says that you can have up to 4 animals or up to 4 crops. Now I haven't played with it that much to see if it's 8 total that you can have active at one time, but you can see that this is my sheep. And I unlocked him using one of the secret codes, which is neat. So to start off, you can see there's a little farmhouse, and the secret code was Mu, so I didn't have to wait until after the pet was 5 years old. And there's a name mode here, and that's where you enter in the secret codes into. But otherwise, you can see that this looks like a normal Gigapet. It has the overall score, which is 43 right now. And there's age, there's weight, there's health, there's happiness, there's food, and then there's training, which is at 0. And then you have your crops here. It took me a while to figure this one out. I believe that this is your seed amount. You can have 100 seeds for each crop, and your animals eat your seeds. So you need to make sure that you raise the right kind of plants on your farm, because your animals do need them, or they will die. See, on this side here, that's corn. This is an absolute must. Your animals have to eat corn. This is a bean plant. And then this is your wheat right here. You can't really tell. And now, at certain points of the day, you have to start early in the morning by planting your crops. And then during the evening is when you reap your crops out of the field, and you save those seeds. And it is should up this number here, if I am correct. Now, they were talking about in the instructions that you have a specific yield for the field, and it starts at 80, and that was a bit confusing because I think it's kind of just suggestive, because there wasn't actually any menu to check on that to see what the yield was. But I'm just assuming that how many crops you have is by that. Okay, so this is the feeding here. Each animal has 2 things that they eat. You can see this is corn. So the sheep eats corn, and the sheep also eats grass. And the grass you don't have to grow, it's unlimited in the pastures. And so you can see there. I don't know if you can hear that. I actually had to change the speaker because it's old and it wasn't working. So now it's a much more quiet speaker, and when I find the right size, I can go ahead and change that. Okay, so the next icon over is game. And so when you click on that, you actually power up your sheep by pushing the buttons back and forth until it's enough to jump over this hurdle here. And you can see that she's happy, or he. And so it skips over this tractor, because this is actually for the crop section. I'll show you how to get to that. This is your night button. It will go to sleep if you click on this, and like other Gigapets, it needs naps during the day. Here's your training area. Now there's a whistle, and this is going to be the treat. And so you can select through many different actions. Each of them have many different ones that they do. I'll click the hurdle. You can see she didn't do the hurdle. But what will end up happening is that instead of on other Gigapets giving it a chance to reward it each time, the reward area will only come up if she actually does the right action. So she does the action now, and you can see now this pops up. So it's easy. So if you don't even know what the action is specifically that you're making her do, it's still very easy to know when she does it right, because that screen will pop up. This is your discipline. And this is just in case nothing else is going wrong with your animal that you've checked out and she's making noise, you can discipline her here. And the next over is a bath. You should give her a bath 1 time a day. And you should probably take her to the vet 1 time a day. And if you do that any more than that, it will make it sick. Okay, and so here's the clock mode. You can push enter to set it. And what's interesting about this pet is that it does have a pause feature. If you are to go into the name screen here and you click, let's see if I can get it to do it. There are so many features on this one, it's kind of overwhelming. Okay. So I'm trying to get it to go into a special mode where I can show you how to put it on pause. Alright. If I can see what I'm doing here. Okay, well when you put it into a certain mode, once you push enter, you're supposed to be brought to a name screen. And I'm trying to get it to do that right now, but it's not exactly wanting to work for me. Okay, here we go. So once name, you can push stop. You type in stop here and it stops the clock. And then you can just restart your clock and enter in normal under name here, and then you continue on and you just reset the clock to the normal time. Okay, so now I wanted to show you crops here. What you do is you just push mode till you can see a field. I have a couple animals active, a horse and a sheep. Now this is a bean. You can push mode again and it brings you over to the tractor here. So you can see that you can water, you have compost, or you can harvest your crops. And so I'm trying to think if there is anything else I want to say about this one, other than also there's a special voice mode on this one, such as if your animal's sleeping, you can tap the casing or you can talk to it. There's this sensor right here. It will wake up your animal or get its attention. So this one I'm going to be playing with quite a bit more till I can really get a hang of the features. I just wanted to show this to you. So if you have any questions or comments, just mark them down here in the bar here. And thank you for watching.